Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about who I think is going to win BFB and why. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, before this video starts, I'm gonna just say spoilers. Okay, this is spoilers. Okay, so if you haven't watched BFB, then to not ruin your chances, I would suggest that you click off this video. Okay, I know it will hurt me in watch time, but still better for your sake, so you don't hate me. But yes, so we're gonna be talking about the final three. Okay, so I already said spoilers. So for those of you who do watch BFB and you're up to date with it, you guys, we all know that the final three are teardrop, flower, and gelatin. Now, spoilers for the voting. Okay, these are spoilers. By the way it looks like Teardrop's gonna go home because lately she's kind of acted like a jerk. Yada yada yada. People hate jerks, so it looks like the final two is gonna be gelatin and flower. But let's just say Teardrop, even though she's going home, let's just say she doesn't. So I'm gonna talk about those three, how they might win this, and why I think they might win this, and who I think will win. So let's begin. Okay, so first we're gonna go alphabetical order. So we're gonna go with Gelatin. Gelatin kind of had a childish play. He was in BFB with everybody 64. His team got up for elimination, I think 2 or 3 times, I believe, and he wasn't eliminated. So most likely once. But then the split happened. Then he saw, I think the 14 people who went to BFB, they saw they had a better chance at winning BFB than Teapot because of how low the contestants are. Like, let's be realistic. If we were competing in a big show and all of a sudden it had a split and one side had 40, the other side had 14, we all would choose the side that had 14, even if the prize is worse, because we have a better chance at winning. You just have to outlast 13 other contestants. So Gelatin, I'd say that Gelatin, he kind of had a childish play. Didn't really come in with a game plan. He just played. Like, I guess he made friends with his teammates, kind of. And when the merge happened, he barely won any challenges, but I guess people liked him. I'd say he's a little bit overrated, but I can't talk because he's one of my favorite characters. So, Gelatin, I'd say that, yeah, not such a good game plan. He just basically made it to the end because people didn't see him as a threat. Not like light bulbs. For those of you who haven't watched my Who I Think Will Win in Anime Sanity video, I suggest you watch that too. But like light bulb, her game plan was being nice, being friendly with everybody, and because of that, she made it to the end. The contestants like her, and the viewers like her. So light bulb, if it's a viewer voting, then I think she might win. And contestant voting, Suitcase kinda, but Suitcase, she's kind of lovable too, so I guess Suitcase. So Suitcase and Light Bulb are kind of tied, but that's an Anime Insanity. So for BFB Gelatin, his game plan wasn't really just being on the outs. He wasn't always an outcast, but he wasn't always. I guess he was considered a threat in one episode when he almost got eliminated. But I forgot that episode. But yeah, Gelatin, not much of a threat and was kind of childish the whole way. Next up, we have Flower. Oh, I said we're going alphabetical order, but F comes before G, so dang it. Alright, we're gonna pretend that I did Flower before Gelatin. So Flower. Yikes. Okay, Flower. She honestly has out of the 3 remaining contestants, she has the best chance at winning. Because if we could recall from BFDI, she was a jerk, a total meanie. She was the first person eliminated, but then after that, people saw she didn't really have a chance, so they just made her rejoin at the final 5, which wasn't fair. But then she got eliminated before the finale. So yeah, from 20th to 4th. But Flower, she I could say honestly, out of all the characters, she has improved a lot. She's one of the top 5 most improved characters in BFB /Teapot. Okay, So she got nicer. honestly. She got better as a person. She developed, and that's what we look for when we see a character. We want a character that's been going on that the whole way. They've been developing. They've been getting better. They've been making friendships, maybe even relationships too. But I'm not talking about like that kind of relationship with a boy and girl. I'm talking about like relationships, mutual relationships with everybody. But yeah, sorry. Flower, she improved a lot. I noticed it. Maybe not a lot of people. A lot of people are probably going to vote for Gelatin to win if it's a viewer voting. Okay, we still don't know. Most likely, I think it's going to be a contestant vote probably, or it's going to be a challenge. But BFDI, it was a viewer voting who wins. Maybe it'll be the same thing for BFB. I don't know, but yeah, Flower, she's gotten way better. Honestly, I think her game plan strategy was to just become better, be more liked, not make the same mistakes that she made in BFDI, because she realized that's what cost her the game, and she barely got to know everyone. Like, literally, she was one of the first people eliminated, and after that, she joined halfway through the game. She barely knows anybody on the Squishy Cherries, not even in BFDIA. Because she wasn't competing. She didn't know most of the characters until BFB started. Like, I don't think she ever talked to Eraser, Pin, those people. Like, because and now she realized, okay, maybe if I act the same way, the same thing's going to happen. So I can say Flower, she progressed, and this should be Book's thing too. Book strategy. I made a video about why I think Book will win Teapot if she listens to what I say. Obviously, Jack and Jellify are gonna do whatever they want, but Book, I said for her to win, she has to have the exact same plan like Flower, kind of, except she wasn't necessarily mean. She just had kind of like an ego. So Book, I would say she had to, rebuild relationships with the broken ones and make new ones too to get liked by everybody, kind of like Lightbulb, except Lightbulb was nice from the start, so that even benefited her more. But yeah, Flower, she got nicer, she developed more, so her game plan, her strategy it actually worked, and she's in the final 3 because of it. So yeah, Flower, even though she was almost eliminated by 1 vote with Taco was kind of annoying if you ask me, but yeah, Flower had a pretty good game. Lastly, we have Teardrop. Now, Teardrop is most likely gonna go home, so I can't really say much on her. But Teardrop, I'd say even if Gelatin goes home, I'd say that Teardrop, I'd say that Teardrop, if it's a Teardrop versus Flower, then sorry about that, little brothers, but yeah. So if it's Teardrop versus Flower, Teardrop, she's I don't think she has a fair chance, because Teardrop, she was that silent character, and this whole way she hasn't talked. She's never talked. Well, she had never had a solo talk, but like when there's big scenes, like when 4 in BFB 17, when 4 said, "What if I had BFDI as a prize?" Yeah, when he did that, and after that he slid it and it showed out because I was like, oh! Yeah, that's the only time I saw when Teardrop opened her mouth, but she wasn't really saying anything. So yeah, Teardrop, she was nice, kind of. From the beginning, she was just that quiet character, nobody minded, and that's how she made it pretty far. But then she started acting like a total jerk around the end, and that's why I don't think a lot of people are voting for her. If she just kept quiet and kept nice and did the same thing she was doing before, I guarantee you she would have probably been saved by a milestone before Gelatin, because a lot of people hate Gelatin because he's childish. But because Teardrop did that move, that dirty move, and Flower won immunity, so it's going to be Gelatin versus Teardrop. One of those will face off Flower. Teardrop, I don't think she has a good chance because of what she did. She went from nice and silent to being a total jerk and silent, and we don't like that, okay? And by we, I mean like the viewers watching the show. So Yeah, Teardrop. That's why I don't have much to say about Teardrop, but I think Gelatin's gonna be saved more. And so far, I've watched some voting spoilers. Don't judge me. And it shows that Gelatin, mostly all of them, shows that Gelatin won. So yeah. If it's Gelatin versus, it's gonna be most likely a Gelatin versus Flower BFB finale. And here's what I think. I think if it's a contestant vote, now there's three things. It can either be the eliminated contestants vote, the viewers vote, or a challenge that determines it. So if it's a contestant vote, I'd say Flower probably has the better chance. In fact, I'll say Gelatin, okay? Because a lot of people, based on if it was Teapot characters, most likely would have been Flower. But I think Flower's kind of hated a little bit for her fashion line and the way she's acted to the other contestants. So I think they might vote Gelatin to win, because he wasn't really a threat. He wasn't really annoying. He just slid by and never got voted off. His team didn't even lose a lot anyway. So, but if it's if it's a viewer voting, I think Flower's gonna win. Okay, Flower has developed a lot. She's gotten way better. She's become one of the top 5 most likable characters in object shows, mostly BFB and Teapot. But if you want a video like that, top 5 hated and liked most BFB characters, then and Teapot characters, let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's if it's a viewer voting. And if it's a contestant vote, I already did that. If it's a challenge that determines who wins, then I'd say that I think Flower is far more athletic than Gelatin, and between them, Flower is smarter. So if it's a smart challenge, I think Flower might win. If it's a physical challenge, I think Flower might win. So there you have it. If it's a contestant vote, Gelatin wins. If it's a viewer vote, Flower wins. And if it's a challenge, Flower wins. So that's what I think. Alright, thank you guys for watching. If you're still watching, remember, this is all my opinion. You don't have to agree with me, okay? But please respect my opinion as I would respect yours. But this is what I think. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like my content. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.